Now for a deeper dive on all of the market action, joining us from Melbourne, Florida is Jeff Small, president of Arbor Financial. Hey, Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
So if we look at September, it's been a rather quiet stock market move with muted moves. But if history is any indication, October is known to be an extremely volatile month. So if we look back to 1950, we've seen more 1% moves in either direction in October than we have in any other month. So what are you sort of expecting as we have just a few more trading days left in September and we head into October?
Wow. Well, I guess in retrospect, the market's up 5% in the last 30 days. And so when we see those kinds of moves going into October, everybody on the street's anticipating that there's going to be volatility. And we don't know what the tripwire is going to be. Is it going to be the China trade deal coming apart again? Is it going to be more tariffs on October 15th? Is it going to be earnings that disappoint? You know, October's a real scary time. So the smart investors that aren't looking at long term probably should be taking some off the table right here.
But the market's up 5% over the past, couple of weeks after being down 5%. So we're still kind of back to where we were in late July. Isn't this kind of sideways trade a bullish sign for stocks?
It really is. We're searching for the next breakthrough, and the best thing that can happen for the markets are earnings. Obviously do not disappoint. They do the opposite. And maybe we see some positive developments out of the China trade deal, because right now they're 0 for 13 in terms of their meetings. This thing has been kicked to the curb 13 different times so far.
We've heard also over time that the U.S. consumer has been sort of the strength in all of this. So looking at that right now, what does it look like, looking out, if the China trade deal does fall through again? How do we calculate based on that?
Well, the China trade disappointments, I'll call them, for lack of a better term, have not been impactful on the market at this stage. We've had some declines here, but we haven't seen any substantial disconnect or dislocation, because the greater economy and the consumer in the United States is doing phenomenally strong, as we see jobs doing very well. Wages, of course, are increasing, and new construction and consumerism
I'm so sorry, Jeff.
booming.
We are seeing Donald Trump there. President Trump is taking the stage at the UN General Assembly, so let's take a listen.